What's up and welcome back everybody. We just jumped down from the Temple of Time and we're back on the surface. As we were falling back to the surface, the camera panned over to what looked like maybe Castletown. So we're gonna head over there. What's this? Can we build a house? Hyrule restoration materials. Use this materials cache for all your building needs. Come find us if you'd like a dream home. Hudson Construction. All right, so can we build a house here? We got wheels here. Can we build a wagon? Like if we build a wagon though, how is it gonna go anywhere? This could be the side of the house. Yeah. So let's see. If we put these wheels on the side, maybe there's a way we could like turn them or get them to turn. Oh no, we're burning it. Oh, I forgot that was a fire weapon. Ah, man. Not the wheel too. Stop it out. Ah. It's kind of hilarious that I did that actually. All right, well, I guess I guess that idea is out. Let's change our weapon so we don't do that again on accident. Oh no, that's a flame emitter. See? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, some Bokos up ahead. See, there's more materials. There's probably building materials all over the world now that we have this Ultra Hand ability. Why would they give us the ability and not give us all kinds of stuff to do, right? Yeah, see, there's more wheels over here. Does this say the same thing? Hyrule restoration materials. Oh look, these guys got horns on their heads. He's dead. Oh, look at that. Nice shot. You got a nice shot on me too. I'll give him that. Boko shield. Oh, we can't carry it. Got some Bokoblin horns though. Oh, I just had a cool thought. Sundelion. Soaked in sunlight, petals can restore health depleted by gloom when used in cooking. Now all these rusty shields become usable too, right? Okay, here's my thought. I wonder, I don't know if we have anything. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we could fuse something to this bomb barrel. We could. That is awesome. Now, is it gonna hurt me when I use it though? If I hit somebody with it, is it gonna blow up and then hurt me? There's only one way to find out. Am I right? We gotta go hit somebody with this thing. There, we're back to full health. Oh, a treasure. Our first monies. Beautiful. I could already see 2 shrines from here. There's one way down there. We got one right up ahead over here. What do we got here? Let's get some fire fruit on this. Oh, I didn't need to waste the fire fruit. I could have just, is it Korok? Nice. I could have just used one of my fire emitting weapons on that. Here's a perfect Boko to test this out on. Come here, Boko. Oh, that almost killed me. So, note to self. Next time, don't do that. Next time what we need to do is, sorry. Next time what we need to do is throw your weapon at him while you have something like that on it. Look, we have a... Whoa. It's like a super long one-handed sword. Do we want to go to this shrine first? First, let's go to Castle Town. Look, there's another shrine over there, and then above it to the right. They're everywhere. I hope that doesn't mean there's not dungeons. I was really hoping for dungeons in the game, but... Nobody spoil it for me in the comments, please. There's gotta be dungeons. Got a treasure over there? It's another one of these apple-wielding guys. Mabe Village Ruins. Oh, that breaks pretty easily, though, huh? Oh, that took him out. Soldier's Broadsword. A light, thin metal sword used by guards. It's lightweight and makes it easy to handle and enables quicker charged attacks. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a big fat one there. I don't know if we should be messing with that guy right now. Should we be messing with that guy? Part of me really wants to. Is there one more there? Oh, no. We'll take the path around for now. No. Let's fight him. First, let's save it. Let's try this guy out. I've got an idea. So let's go to our weapons. Let's see what we got. We got the Soldier's Broadsword, right? So let's equip that. And let's drop... Yeah, this Construct Horn. Or no, an Amber. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Now we got a pretty strong broadsword here. That is so cool. Where'd these guys go? I was gonna fight them. Oh, good thing I tried to shoot because I didn't have a bow equipped. Ha ha ha! Let's see if we can freeze him now. Come on, big guy. Oh, quick charge attack. Oh, he got me. He's strong. So we should have ran away and just froze him again. I think we got this, though. The bomb was a great start to that attack. So I'm just going to adjust my battle plan a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to back away from him a little bit. We're going to freeze him twice, and then we'll take him down. Where is he? Oh, there they are. Oh, it's just him. Let's do it again. Got him. Woohoo! Boss Bokoblin Fang. Oh, look, and it's got some... So you could make elixirs with it, or we can attach it to an arrow. Boss Bokoblin Horn. 10 fuse attack power. Traveler's Claymore. It's decayed and no longer cuts well, but it can still knock a shield right out of an enemy's hands. Oh, we need to grab this thing. All right, let's see. What weapon do we want to drop? I guess we'll drop anything about to break. Nothing's about to break. Let's drop the stick. I wonder if there's a Korok up here. They were kind of circling this rock structure here. No? We got him though. That was fun. So now that we beat him, it like changes the way we play right there. We got a new weapon. New weapon abilities there. So that looks like just more materials. There's some bustling construction here going, and what is with that giant tornado in the sky? Something's going down over there. Oh, look at this. I can't wait to come in here. It's like they're rebuilding. No way. Link? Mr. Link? Is that really you? Where have you been? No one's seen you or Princess Zelda since you went under the castle to investigate the gloom. And that's when the castle rose into the air. Everyone's been so worried about both of you. Purah has barely slept. She's been trying to figure out where you two went. At the moment, Purah should be in that building with the telescope. Please hurry there now. She'll want to know that you're all right. It's so cool having people actually know who I am. That's awesome.
Oi.
Hey, welcome. Is it your first time at my store, right? It's the only place to shop here in Lookout Landing. I know it looks a little thrown together, but I stock a nice selection of goods. I ran a store back in my hometown, so I hope you'll support my place here. I come from a small fishing town called Lurelin Village. It's way to the south on the southeastern corner of Hyrule. Used to be a peaceful place too. Then the pirates arrived. I used to run the village's general store, but when those pirates arrived, I had to grab all the goods I could carry and run. I don't know how it's going there now. I hope I can return someday, but for now, I'll just keep selling as much stuff as I can. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like.
Oh.
If you want something, just let me know. So arrows, apples. Look at this. Hylian set. It's so great, just so great.
Oh.
This Hylian armor series has caught your eye too? The design is so cool and it fits like a glove. It's popular with travelers too, which means it's a must for adventuring. How much is it? 70? Yeah, we don't have any money. We're gonna have to find some money, or at least sell some stuff. First, let's go talk to Purah. Then we'll explore the town a little bit more. Oh, it's Robbie. New assistant, Robbie? So those balloon things that fell from the sky are called Zonai devices. There's still so much we don't know about them. But trust my boss, Purah, to take a thing we know so little about and turn it into something useful. She's the sharpest person in Hyrule, a creative genius. Robbie! Ah, what an excellent night. Hey you! Where have you been? Don't answer that. Tell me later. For now, you should hurry and go talk to Purah. She's been in a tizzy ever since you and the princess disappeared. She's in the building with the telescope up on the 2nd floor. Go see her and give her some peace of mind, will ya? Yeah, let's go see her. Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing? Jasha needs that for her chasm research. Don't touch any of it without her permission. I'll get in big trouble if you do. Okay, so we can't touch any of that stuff. Sorry. Read the Purah Pad instruction manual. About pictures, adventure log. Nah. What's this? Pose. It's like part of a thing we could pray at? That's weird. Maybe we'll figure more out about that later. Wait a second, I thought I was... How do I get to the 2nd floor? Is it really technically next door? How do I get up there? Oh, I know how to get up there. Gotta get used to having this ascend ability. Oh, there is stairs too, but I'm gonna try ascend, because that's more fun. That's so neat. Hey!
What?
That hair, those eyes, Doc!
Oh.
Dr. Purah! The swordsman! The swordsman has returned! She's not a kid anymore. She's all grown up. Okay, now where have you been?
Linky, you're not a ghost, are you? Hey. That looks interesting. Phew. One step at a time. What exactly happened?
Lookout Landing. So that's the name of this town, I guess, huh? Or is that the name of this building with the telescope? That might be it.
So when you and Princess Zelda go beneath Hyrule Castle, you discover a mysterious mummy which suddenly reanimates. Then Zelda falls into a fissure and vanishes. That must have been when the castle rose and the ruins fell. Then, later, you wake up on a sky island, saved by the arm that was stuck to the mummy. You get the Purah Pad from an unusual creature, and learn that your new arm belonged to someone named Rauru. The Master Sword disappears. You hear the princess's voice and find your way here.
Yep, that's it in a nutshell.
Huh?
Then...
What?
Are you saying you came from up there? This Roru you met. I think that's what the first king of Hyrule was named. Are they one and the same? So much of this doesn't make sense yet. But I'm certain that mummy you found under the castle must be related to the upheaval. The castle rising up, the ruins falling down from the sky. The mummy must be connected to it somehow. And then there's the most important detail of all. You're sure that you heard the princess speak to you? And she gave you a clear message to find her? If that truly was the princess, then that means she's alive. Maybe she's trapped beneath the castle and needs help. That settles it. I know you only just returned, Link, but I need you to meet with the search party up by Hyrule Castle. They've been searching tirelessly for you two. The captain in charge of the search is named Haz. Work with him to find the princess as quickly as you can.
Yes.
I know that mummy may be still lurking around somewhere, or maybe lurking somewhere around there, which is concerning to say the least, but we have more immediate problems to deal with right now. I'm counting on you, Linky. Purah. So we got Robbie, Raru, so we have like a little character profile section in here. To the Kingdom of Hyrule, complete. Crisis at Hyrule Castle. So we're gonna have to head over there next. Let's search around the town for a little bit first, see what we can see. See what we can find. Looks like she's doing all kinds of research in here. Papers everywhere. This place is a mess. Can we mess with her telescope? That'd be kind of cool, right? Wonder what the telescope is aimed at. Doesn't look like we can. Oh, it's her diary. Let's read it. A stairway leading deep beneath Hyrule Castle has been discovered. Even Princess Zelda didn't know about it, so it seems safe to assume it's a secret, removed from royal legend. We have confirmed that gloom emanates from that location, meaning something down there must be causing it. I appointed Princess Zelda and Link to investigate. Actually, it would be more accurate to say that Princess Zelda volunteered for the job before I had the chance. I know beyond a doubt there is no team more qualified for such a task, and yet I can't escape this feeling of dread. I've decided to store this diary in 4 volumes. That way, if a nosy someone reads it, they'll only have a quarter of it. Such ideas are the fruits of genius. As for the first one, I think I'll entrust it to who else but Impa. Speaking of Impa, she's had a cute habit of hiding important items underneath things ever since she was a child. I have a fond memory of when she forgot about a hidden steamed bun beneath a cushion and then sat on it, squashed flat. Diaries are flat to begin with, but as they are more important than a bun, I hope she finds a better hiding spot than a cushion. So Impa has another one of her diaries. Took a cue from Dark Souls, you could slide down. Maybe you were able to do that too in Breath of the Wild, I don't remember. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see, what's this? I don't know what it is. Can we use Ultra Hand on it? No. It's a giant tube. Yeah, so I don't know what the heck that is yet. Let's see what this guy's doing. Practicing a fight? Hi, sorry, I'm busy at the moment, so I'll have to talk to you between swings. You never know when monsters will pop up, so I take my training very seriously. You might have noticed, but each sword handles differently, so it's wise to try different types to get used to the feel. If you know their handling and practice plenty, the fact that they're decayed won't matter so much. You interested in a sword? There we have a soldier's broadsword, a knight's broadsword, and a royal broadsword. They're a bit worn, but they've got some life left in them. Feel free to take them. Each sword handles differently, so it's wise to try out different types. The royal broadsword was used by the knights to guard members of the royal family. Its counterattack power when dodging an enemy attack is potent. But my own sword play isn't there yet, so I can't make the most of that sword at this point. I was going to give it to you, but it looks like you don't have room for any more weapons. Well, if you want it, you know where to find it. After you've created some space, that is. Oh, nice. So we got some cool weapons here. So let's drop, what do I want to drop? Let's drop this one. You interested in a sword? Oh, he's gotta go through this whole talk again. So we're gonna skip through this talk and hopefully he'll let us take one. Royal broadsword. Huh. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time to practice with it. Nice. So it's decayed, increases the power of flurry rush during a perfect dodge. All right, we'll save these other two weapons for later. So now let's take the soldier's broadsword, or the royal broadsword. Let's equip that, and we're gonna make a really powerful weapon here, or at least what I think is kind of powerful. Where's the chief? Boss Bokoblin horn, nice. So let's drop this, boom. And we're gonna fuse that with the royal. Nice, 20 attack power with this bad boy. That's a good one. So we'll save that. Now let's take out a rusty broadsword. And let's drop something else. How about Captain Construct horn? There we go. That looks like a pretty good sword. What's in the middle of town here? Link! Whoa. Glad to have you back, Link. This guy's name is Scorpus. My name is Scorpus. I've been charged with managing Lookout Landing. If you have any questions about the place, any at all, come right to me. I will answer as best I can. Now please allow me to open up the emergency shelter. Emergency shelter? Oh, is it like a bunker? Hey, it's me, open up. Whoa, that's cool. This underground vault used to be an emergency shelter for the royal family. Now we're making constant use of it. Feel free to make yourself at home in our vault. Use any equipment you want. Whoa, this is cool. Link, welcome, welcome. Call me Monty. You will find me employed as the gatekeeper of this fine establishment. This is the emergency shelter where all are welcome. Please, stay as long as you like. Emergency shelter, indeed. This place was originally used by the royal family as a safe haven in times of need. It's quite old, so we've been fixing it up as we go, you see. At this point, we've stockpiled some supplies, and I find it to be downright cozy. So what are you doing here, Monty? I, Monty, have been tasked with the illustrious duty of watching the entrance of this renowned emergency shelter. My tasks involve taking orders from my superiors regarding when to open or shut the entryway. A noble task indeed. Watch your footing when using the ladder. If only one could go straight through the ceiling rather than using a tiresome ladder. Ha, but I digress. I can do that. Well, we won't do it right now. Let's talk to some people down here.
Oh.
Who's this? Jaren. Hey, I know that face. Any face I know is the face of a friend. Please, Link, help yourself to anything in this shelter. It's all yours to use as you see fit. But don't you dare go making a mess of this place and kicking up dust. I spend so much time cleaning in here, and there's still endless amounts of dust. Where does all this dust even come from anyway? Very interesting. This guy likes studying something? Wordsworth. It's the same Hyrulean script, and yet it's so different from our modern language. I still have a lot to learn. Don't tell me, based on your stature, physique, and distinctive right arm, you must be Link, am I right? Purah has told me so much about you. I'm Wordsworth. My research specialty is ancient Hyrulean. And by ancient Hyrulean, I don't mean the text found in the ring ruins, but something different. It's what we call the language used at the time of Hyrule's founding. Our modern language is built on that foundation. These books here are written in that ancient tongue. They'd look like gibberish to your average Hyrulean. Are you curious about ancient Hyrulean? I don't have anything to show you as things stand now, but I'm sure I'll someday have results posted and ready for all to see at the lab in Kakariko Village. ZST 3 Big Ideas. Read the Zonai survey team's 3 big ideas. Look at this, surveying shrines. The mysterious ruins that appeared due to the upheaval with strange dome-like protrusions we're calling shrines. They are believed to be from the Zonai civilization, but exact details regarding these shrines are unknown. When observing shrines as well as fallen ruins, take note of their shape, the sky above, and the surrounding environment. Surveying chasms. Chasms are large holes appeared all over the world after the upheaval. They release gloom and are known as chasms. Gloom is physically harmful to people. Direct contact should be avoided. If the effects of gloom are making you feel ill, evacuate from the chasm immediately. Before entering any chasm, be sure to ask permission from Joshua, the leader of the chasm surveys. And our team's purpose. We of the Zonai survey team were founded and tasked by Princess Zelda to study ruins and ancient documents. Through the lens of archaeological understanding, it is her hope that we will uncover the deep history of Hyrule. Due to the upheaval, many ruins from the Zonai civilization came crashing down from the sky. We have known very little of the Zonai, but we may now have evidence that their culture once flourished in the sky above. Our chief executive is Purah, the first individual in the world to find a clue to deciphering Zonai scripts. Our current surveys are wholly focused on learning more about the Zonai civilization. Research results are shared out to specialists at the base in Kakariko Village. So it sounds like whenever we make our raid at Kakariko Village, there's some kind of lab there that we're going to be able to find more stuff out about the Zonai there. Garini, so you're Link, huh? Some of the soldiers were just telling me. As a simple man from Lurelin, I'm a little starstruck, but we don't see a lot of celebrities back home. Lurelin Village is a fishing town in East Necluda, far to the southeast. Used to be a popular resort, thanks to its sandy white beaches and gorgeous views of the sparkling sea. Then we got attacked by pirates. Now no one's living there, let alone running the shops. But listen to me getting all gloomy. There is an upside. If not for the pirates, my wife and I wouldn't have come here. I should just shut my trap and enjoy the charms of Lookout Landing. I really am grateful they took us in and let us run our business here. Oh, we got a goddess statue down here too. Well, we don't have enough blessings to get anything anyway, so let's move on. Let's talk to some more people down here. Atmos is his name. Oh, it's you, Link. Pardon me for being lost in my work there. This map tends to get all my attention. Are you interested in the different peoples of Hyrule and where they live? That's my entire field of study. When I'm out on a development with the monster control crew, I spend hours poring over our maps. As such, I'm the most knowledgeable in Lookout Landing about Hyrule's various peoples and their towns and villages. Various peoples? Aside from us Hylians, there are 4 other peoples here in Hyrule. Oh right, the Rito, the Gorons, the Zora, and the Gerudo. Each live in a different area and have their own unique traits, whether it's soaring the sky or feasting on rocks. We Hylians also live in villages that reflect our unique cultures. The Sheikah are renowned for their wisdom. In fact, our most prolific researchers are among them. The leader of Lookout Landing, Purah, is from the Sheikah tribe. So what towns and villages? Hyrule has 8 major places that its various peoples call home. He's going to show us here. Lookout Landing is located here in central Hyrule. Up northwest of here, there's Rito Village in Hebra. Then there's Gerudo Town. That's located to the southwest in the Gerudo region. You'll find Goron City to the northeast in Eldin. Travel a bit farther east and you'll come across Terry Town in Akala. Not too far from there is Zora's Domain. That's within the Lanayru region. Continuing into southeast Hyrule, you'll come across a cluster of Hylian villages. These are within an area called Necluda. Within that cluster, you'll find Kakariko Village, where the Sheikah live. I hear the village leader is quite lovely. If you're seeking a tranquil spot, Hateno Village is worth a visit. I also hear it's become Hyrule's center of fashion. Finally, there's Lurelin Village. It's a wonderful gateway destination. Many of the aforementioned towns and villages have been deeply affected by the upheaval. If removing even a fraction of the monsters helps soothe the people of Hyrule, then that's what we'll do. Our monster control crew is on patrol each day, gathering information from everyone, everywhere. What about you, Atmos? I work with the monster control crew. We're tasked with protecting everyone from monsters. There's been an uptick in their populations since the upheaval, but I'm not really the most skilled in combat. So instead, I use my knowledge of the areas to help determine where we should make deployments. So there's been an increase in the number of unfamiliar monsters since the upheaval as well. Be careful out there. So there's new monsters out there. Oh, look at this. Boko Reaper. And a Traveler's Sword. Let's see what we got. Traveler's Claymore. Rusty Broadsword, we'll drop that. And let's drop... I don't want to drop anything else. Let's just take the Boko Reaper for now. What else we got? Oh, that's for the other melee weapon here. Who's this guy? Kosi. Hey. Oh, hey, is that you, Link? I've been nose down, so I don't know what's happening around me half the time. This is pretty involved, so I'm going to keep sitting here while I wrench on this. You might have heard, but when the upheaval happened, all of the weapons decayed. I've poured so much energy into trying to fix them, but it's been no use. Yeah, just before the upheaval, gloom began pouring out of the ground. It clung to the weapons, pulsing as if it's alive. We watched as the weapons rotted to the pieces right before our eyes. It was all pretty wild, and I don't understand how it happened. At a time when Hyrule Castle can float, I've given up trying to make sense of most things. Oh yeah, in case anybody has mentioned yet, you're welcome to the weapons over there, though they probably won't be much use to you since they're, you guessed it, decayed. Nope, I got the fuse ability, bro. We're good. Oh, look at this. We're gonna have a side quest here. From Bermano. Hey, are you new here? You may scoff, but I know a fresh face when I see one. I could say that because I'm a newcomer too. My name's Bermano, and they put me in charge of cooking for some reason. I want to say something fancy like, for today's menu we have fruit and mushroom mix that'll rev you right up. Yeah, I was really looking forward to saying that, but I'm plumb out of apples. If I don't have my most important ingredient, say goodbye to rich, full flavor. My nose is detecting an aroma. A sweet, tangy, pleasant aroma. Could it be? Do you have an apple? Take it. It's yours. Wow, you're really generous. I'm giving you first crack at some grub. Hold on a sec. He's gonna cook me up some mix. Fruit and mushroom mix, I think he said. I'm calling it Bermano's Special Fruit and Mushroom Mix. Looks tasty, doesn't it? Woohoo! I like to make a big deal out of it, but anyone can make it. All you need is an apple, a mushroom, and a pot. You should try making some. You know, I should cook a couple of things while I'm standing right here, right? Let's do... Whoop, that was only one apple. Let's do 2 apples and 2 mushrooms. Anything we cook, we should make sure it at least, you know, restores like 4 hearts. That was only 3. So let's do 2 apples and 3 mushrooms. There we go, that's a little better. What are these? Cook it to restore stamina. And we got some mushrooms, increasing movement speed. That could come in handy sometime. Speed up. There we go. Energizing cooked stam bulb. So let's mix the stam bulb with some stamella shrooms. Nice. Does not mix well with fire or electricity. We'll mix some stamella shrooms with some sky shrooms. That's pretty good for now. Or no, we should do a couple that just heal. A couple more that just heal. So let's do some eggs and some salt and some mushrooms. Salt grilled mushrooms. Mushroom skewer. And we'll cook another pepper, spicy pepper dish. There we go. We haven't talked to these 2 guys yet. Chemo. Today in the Lucky Clover Gazette, mysterious shrines appear all over the world overnight. Shrines appear everywhere due to shifts caused by the upheaval. With Purah as their leader, the Zonai survey team begins thorough investigations the world over. Huh. Guess this paper is a little old. Remnants from the Zonai civilization have started popping up all over. This calls for the Zonai survey team. Well, it should call for that, but instead, they've got me hanging out here until further notice. I even spend loads of hours memorizing everything in the Zonai survey team book over there. Guess the best thing to do now is stay on top of the news in each region, so I'm even more prepared when the call comes. Freezing temperatures bring feathery shivers to Rito. The Rito are all over the newspaper lately. They live out in the Hebra region, if I recall. It's in the snowfields of northwest Hyrule. Some surveyors grouse about going there because of how cold it is, when all they need to do is bring proper gear and supplies for cold resistance, and go to the Rito Inn to sleep on a luxurious, fluffy down bed. I know it's important to be on standby here, but I wish they'd send me out on a survey already. Everybody's so friendly here. Nope, 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 not going near chasms anymore. Nasty gloom. It's everywhere, making everyone sick, making me sick. Glad I ate that yellow plant stuff from the gloom specialist. Any more gloom, and I'd be canoeing down Old Death River. Worked my tail off for Joshua. Kids run circles around me, around Purah and Robbie. She loves research. Me? I'm sick to death of Catham research. At least I'm starting to feel better, but I think I'll lie low and keep lying here. So he said he ate something yellow to cure gloom. I'm wondering if that's something that could affect us.
Oh.
Link, right? Hey, Dion. You really are that Link guy, aren't you? I heard folks talking about you, and your face matches the one on the poster. Oh, sorry, you wanted a bed, yeah? You can go ahead and take whatever empty bed you like. Nap and sleep talking is particularly audible here, so you probably want a bed a little farther from him. His physical condition has been deteriorating ever since he investigated one of the chasms. That's despite how long he's been back, which has been quite a while. He still hasn't made much of a recovery. What about the chasms? The upheaval created massive openings across the land known as chasms. In fact, there's one nearby just beneath Hyrule Castle and another to the south of Lookout Landing. But if you go plumbing those depths, you'll come across plenty of gloom. You touch that stuff and your health will take a turn for the worse. Anyway, there's a young girl named Joshua who's been heading up investigations into the chasms. Despite her age, she's been leading the charge. Pretty remarkable if you ask me. So we should probably talk to Joshua. Maybe she knows some ways like to heal the gloom. We could find out about whatever it is that's yellow that they're talking about that could... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Whatever it is that's yellow that you could eat to help make you feel better. Because I'm pretty sure whatever this is, it's going to affect us too. Take what? Oh, a torch? You know, I probably should have a torch. Won't let us take it, though. I think you've caused quite a stir since your arrival here. Ha! People do fuss, don't they? If this is your first visit, talk to that soldier in the center of our little fort. Or were you hoping to register a horse? We're still getting things together on that front, so I'm afraid you'll have to hold your horses a little longer. Heh. Alright, so this is the horse guy. Be sure to bundle up if you're going to Hebra. The cold over there is intense. Carson. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm a bit busy with work right now. Link! Wow, what a relief. I was seriously worried about you. Where have you been anyway? Sorry for the excitement. I'm just happy you're back. I've been sorting out whether or not I could build a mini stable in Lookout Landing. Lester has come here to care for the horses, so it'd help him out a lot if he had a proper stable. The project would likely take me a while to complete, but once it's done, you'll be able to take full advantage, Link. Nice, Carson. Good work, good work. I can't take this guy's horse. Who's this guy? Graylands. Huh? What? Is that really you? Link, you've returned. It's such a relief to see that you're safe. Oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Graylands, head of the monster control crew. It's our job to keep the monsters at bay as best we can throughout Hyrule. But aside from that, we've been assisting in the search for Princess Zelda, whose whereabouts are unknown. I'm glad you've returned safely, but I am gravely concerned about the princess. I'm holding out hope that the monster control crew brings back some good news. They're searching the castle for her now. Searching the castle? Purah has given us orders to search thoroughly around Hyrule Castle. That's where we had last contact with Princess Zelda, so it seems the best starting point in the search. Anyway, Purah enlisted our monster control crew to help out, so that's where our efforts are currently focused. I was just debating whether or not to add reinforcements, but if you're joining the search, Link, I can keep our forces on standby. If you head to the castle, you'll run into Haas and the advance party, who will probably be just as surprised to see you. Look at this guy's got a bucket on his head. I'd be up for talking about hero stuff anytime that I'm not on a mission. I'm glad you've returned safely, but I'm gravely concerned about the princess. All right. Graylands is just saying the same things he said last time. So we can't talk to all these other guys. How do I get up there? Here we go. We could use ascend right here. That is awesome every time. So these lookouts up here. Pretty cool. So we could go all the way around the town like this. Just looking around to see if there's any other goodies. Then I think I'm gonna go to that shop and see if I have anything worth selling. Oops. I wanted to keep running around. I don't think we're gonna find anything up there anyway. So let's see if there's anything that we have that's worth selling to get some of the Hylian armor. So let's talk to her.
Oh.
Buy my stuff. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's nice. It shows us how much it's worth right there. Yeah, we don't have much. We have opals, rubies. We should probably sell our rubies and opals. For now, that'll give us a nice chunk of change, and we could beef up our armor a bit then. Okay, let's see what we could buy. Hylian tunic, 130 bucks. We could afford that. So generous of you, sir. You've made me very happy today. And the hood. Got it. And we have enough for the trousers too. Sweet. And while we're here, let's see if we have enough for these arrows. I'll buy them all. Excellent. Now how we doing? 75 arrows, that's pretty good. And if we come over here, just boosted our defense up a bit. Excellent. I wanted to go talk to Joshua one more time. I know she's over here somewhere. Was this Joshua? No, that's Anson. Joshua, I think, is Purah's assistant. Joshua. Poor Princess Zelda, all alone beneath the castle with that creepy mummy. I don't even know what I'd do if it were me down there. Just thinking about it gives me the willies. Swordsman, you gotta rescue Princess Zelda. Well, looks like she's not gonna tell us anything about how to heal ourselves from the gloom yet. All right, guys, that was a lot of fun exploring Lookout Landing and talking to everybody. It looks like they got a pretty good setup over here. We got Purah here, Robbie. It's cool to see that people are fighting with me and know and recognize me now. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next episode where we head over to the castle to meet up with the search team and see if we can find Zelda. Take it easy, everybody.